Hi, this is Bedrest Coach Darline Turner, owner and founder of Mamasonbedrest and Beyond. And today we are taking up on this video Wednesday the issue of post-date delivery. Seems like lately on our Facebook community we have a lot of mamas who are what we would think is post-dates. Now it's kind of ironic because we started the whole bed rest thing being, preterm labor, we got to keep the baby in, blah, 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 blah. Now we have one mama who's 40 weeks and 4 days, and she had incompetent cervix and cerclage. They took it out, and she's still going. And we've had another mama who's now at 39 weeks and 2 days. And the question became, why is it now that these mamas are not delivering? I mean, what's going on? Did they overdo it on bed rest? And one of the mamas even emailed me, and she said, or she texted me, and she said, I've been looking and looking and looking, and I can't understand, and I can't find resources that will explain why I am now post-dates and why things are going later. So I did a little checking myself, and the bottom line is we really don't know when a mama conceives. I mean, you have to think about it. First off, parents have sex and sperm goes in. We don't know exactly when that sperm penetrates the egg unless the mama has done IVF. And then we don't know when that embryo has actually implanted into the uterine wall. That is the actual date of kind of conception and when we should be dating the pregnancy. We kind of date things from the period because that's the known that we have. But it's also imprecise because if a woman has a really long period, say 30 to 35 days, or very short periods, 25 to 28 days, then the dates are again skewed. So, she could be actually totally on time, but from the medical standpoint, we're saying that she's late based on what we know medically. So again, it's a fairly imprecise science. The other thing that this mama put in her text to me was, well, I was having preterm labor, my cervix was incompetent, we didn't think I would even make it to 20 weeks, then 28 weeks, then 32, and here she is 40 weeks and 4 days. How can this be? This is one of the paradoxes about bed rest. Bed rest is a great tool for the immediate, and this has been the argument that many of us have had. It's an immediate treatment. It's what you do in an acute situation. You put a mama on bed rest, you get her stable for whatever, if she's bleeding, if she's contracting, if she's, if the cervix is funneling or what have you. But what the evidence has not borne out is that beyond that acute incident, she should remain on bed rest. This has been the big kind of controversy surrounding bed rest. A lot of obstetricians, once a woman goes on bed rest for that acute phase, just keeps her on for the rest of her pregnancy, and the literature just doesn't bear that out. And what we're finding is that after that acute phase, it may be very well that a mama can go ahead and maybe, slow down her activity but not restrict it as much as we are doing with bed rest. So it's going to be really interesting to see in the coming weeks, months, years, how the management of a high-risk pregnant patient is going to change, because we know that strict bed rest really isn't good for mama, it isn't good for babies, and it doesn't make necessarily for a better pregnancy. And what we're finding is that a short bout of bed rest, right around the time of an acute incident, may in fact be sufficient. But as we come back and talk about these dates of confinement, due dates, what have you, it's imprecise because we don't know when the sperm actually penetrated the egg, except if a couple did in vitro fertilization or intrauterine insemination or what have you, but actually met the sperm with the egg in a petri dish, or when that embryo implanted into the uterine wall, and that's when kind of the real work of the pregnancy started. So this is the answer to that question. Hope it helps. Don't worry if you're post-dates. As long as the baby's breathing, moving, well-nourished, everything is just fine. So this is it. Darline Turner, Bedrest Coach, owner and founder of Mamasonbedrest and Beyond. Have a great day.